Hello and welcome to this demo recording of the Duo Authenticator that has been added to the latest version of Curity Identity Server. I'm going to go in here and I'll show you how this is configured. So in the token service under clients, I have a client configured in my system here. I'm just going to go through this from a high level. This client has the code flow capability enabled. In addition to that, I've configured the user authentication for this client to use the Duo Authenticator. If we then go to Profiles and to the Authentication service and take a look at what this Duo Authenticator looks like, I also have an HTML authenticator here that we'll take a look at as well. So the Duo Authenticator uses the HTML authenticator as a prerequisite. It's essentially used for a registration process. If an account needs to be registered, for example, we can do that using the HTML authenticator as a prerequisite. In addition to that, we have the account manager configured, and we are allowing registration during login here. There's a couple of other configuration parameters. Show info before registration will show an information page before you register. We're not going to look at that in the demo itself, but it's handy. It will give you a QR code to get a download of the Duo app, for example. We also have a couple of configuration aspects, the API host name of the Duo account and some API and admin keys and secrets that are used. These are all configuration aspects that can be retrieved from the Duo account. Further, we can select a couple of different factors for the authentication here. Auto, passcode, phone, SMS, fairly straightforward. I'm going to use the push option where we push the authentication to the Duo app on my iPhone. So now if we switch to OAuth tools to take a look at what this authenticator does and what it looks like from an authentication perspective, I have my client. I'm requesting the OpenID scope. It's irrelevant to this, but I'm forcing login so that we don't get any single sign-on aspects in this demo here. I'm going to add the auto redeem code here to the code flow. So if we run this code flow now, I get an authentication. So I have a user, Alice. The next is I get a pop-up here, send push notification to my device. So as soon as I click send notification to device here, we can see in the smaller screen here of my iPhone that I get a login request. Get a pop-up notification there. I can then click here and then we can approve or deny this authentication. So we'll click approve, and then you can see on OAuth tools here that the authentication succeeded, and I got my access token and a refresh token and ID token since I requested the OpenID scope. So that's a pretty short demonstration of the Duo Authenticator, which is new in Curity 5.1. Hope you enjoyed this recording. Let us know if you have any questions or comments. Thanks for watching.